Yeah, no, I can't do that. I was playing it safe today. 9:22, welcome back to our daily show on this 18th day of April. It is a Thursday in downtown Alton. Amy Cloud back in the studio. About a year ago, you were on again to fill us in on the 8th annual community plant, or the annual plant sale, and now it's the 9th annual.
Yes, that's correct.
How are we
We've been
feeling?
at it for 9 seasons. This year is going to be awesome, even better than last year. We're growing more plants. Everybody's in the gardening mood with the warm weather. I think it's going to be great.
Well, and too, it's going to be really nice this week and good shopping weather.
Yes, yeah. It's going to be a little chilly at night, Saturday and Sunday, so you might not want to plant everything you pick up at the plant sale, like zucchini, tomatoes, peppers, basil. Hold off a couple days on those, but lots of other stuff you can get planted right away.
And what's the safe timeline for how long you can hold the plants before they need to go in the ground?
A good 2 weeks. They'll be fine in our pots for that
awesome.
long. But you want to make sure that they get some sun and you keep them watered. You know, set them out on your patio or your deck during the day. And if it's warm at night, you can leave them out there too. But cold, bring them back in at night.
Can you sit them by the window for the same effect, or do they need to be completely outside?
As long as they're getting a good amount of sun.
Okay.
But a couple days before you plant them, set them outside so they get used to direct sunlight, some wind, you know.
All the elements that life throws at it.
The
okay.
real world.
Yeah. You can't just keep them sheltered forever, folks. You know, they got to be planted. So this is really cool. It's all organically grown, and you go down the gauntlet from annuals to perennials and herbs and you name it. Take me through the gauntlet this year. Are there any new plants that you've added?
We always do new varieties of almost every single category. So there's some new native perennials, new bedding flowers, always new varieties of tomatoes, zucchini, peppers, herbs. We've added a few new herbs like sorrel, some more unusual varieties of basil. And then this year we've added strawberry hanging baskets.
Really cool. Now they grow better hanging, don't they?
Not necessarily. This is a variety. It's called everbearing, so it will produce all summer long. Now, out of a basket, are you going to get like pounds of strawberries? No.
Right.
But this would be just like a fun, little project with your young child. Just have a strawberry hanging basket. They go out there every couple of days, pick off a couple berries. They get to experience harvesting and growing something. And then we also have traditional June-bearing strawberry plants, which are ready to go in the ground right now. You don't get berries off them the first year. You just want to water, keep them weeded, and then you'll have a berry patch for 4 to 5 years.
Oh, wow. So the first year's is a little tougher?
Yeah, well, you just want to get them established.
Okay.
So if they put all their energy into producing the fruit, the plant's not going to get very big. So the first year, take those flowers off, and then the second year, you're going to have an awesome crop of strawberries.
That's really cool. How about that? You're getting that answered for you bright and early on a Thursday. Well, and how did the family prepare for this? What's it look like over at the Cloud household?
We started in the greenhouse in early February, so we've been going strong for a couple months now. And the last month has really been crunch time. It's tricky getting all these different varieties of crops, vegetables, bedding plants, all to be ready at the same time.
Right.
So it's a lot of different scheduling, some late nights, real hard push at the end, but everything's looking fantastic.
Well, and especially when you have so many folks that are really waiting for this day too and counting on you,
Yes, yeah. We have kind of, developed a loyal following for these plants. They're super healthy. I think they do better in your garden straight off. A lot of times the plants you get at a large box store have tons of chemicals in them already.
Yeah.
And then they go into your soil, which might, not be super fertile or strong. Our plants have a compost-based soil mix, and so they have compost, a slow-release fertilizer built in with that compost, and it'll just help them gradually transition into your garden a little better.
Well, and too, it seems like the more I go to the big box store for any type of plants, there's like a weird, like it doesn't feel the same.
Oh, okay.
You know, like there's just something there. There's something off with it, you know. But I can't put my finger on it. But I can tell.
Well, I should go visit these box stores more often. I'm not very good at doing that to like see prices.
That's good.
Too, but it's just my general impression with like quick drive-bys. Like, oh, those plants look really sad.
Yeah.
You know, they're not taken care of. They're kind of out in the elements. They're barely watered, and
too, if you don't check and they're already established, sometimes they already have that root rot going on.
Yes,
and
right.
Man, then you're already angry before you even start digging, you know?
And one thing that we can specialize in that big box stores can't is we know the varieties that are great for this area.
100%.
We are vegetable farmers here, and we grow the same varieties of so many of these different, plants. So we know that they're going to do well in our hot, humid climate.
Well, and folks can come and ask you questions because I don't feel too comfortable asking folks. You have to really gauge out the box store employee to know who has a rockin' garden, that you can find. But going to Three Rivers Community Farm, I mean, you can ask away.
Yes, yep. I am all ears, happy to help as much as I can. And we have a lot of experience to, rely on.
Let me ask you this, because I got to ask for myself. Hold on, and then we'll get back to your part of the show. I bought a house last year, and we're starting to make it look kind of nicer outside.
Yeah.
What do you recommend for somebody that's brand new to gardening, that is brand new to the whole vegetable? Because I grew flowers, but growing flowers is a lot different than growing vegetables, I'd assume. What's your recommendation?
I would say the easiest way to get started is with just container gardening. So go get some nice big pots, buy some quality potting soil mix. Your soil is a big part.
What do you recommend?
Well, we sell some great potting soil.
There we go.
All organic based. So it's just going to be a healthier start for your plants. And then it's not a huge investment. You don't necessarily have to till up ground. Just get some good pots. Some great things to start in pots would be we have lots of different dwarf tomatoes. Cherry tomato plants are good for pots. We've got these little lunchbox peppers. You can do loads of herbs in pots. Cutting lettuces, different greens do well in pots. So start out small like that. If you have success with your container, then maybe next year you want to carve out like a little space in your backyard that you actually till up and amend the soil and just go baby steps.
Mom, I know where we're going this way. She's going to have to help me. We're going to have to go and get some plants. I'm ready for this.
No, I should mention the one thing that we don't sell at our farm are like perennial bushes or trees. If you're looking for kind of landscape bushes or fruit bushes like blueberries, raspberries, we do not have that.
And, I kind of like that, though, because sometimes those suckers get out of control, and it's hard to maintain those.
Yes, yeah. I mean, a bush is like a whole different animal versus
We
a
had
plant.
a blackberry bush.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, and that sucker was wild for a while. It was, and those things are sharp.
Yeah, it sounds like you did have a wild blackberry plant, which do have thorns.
Yeah, it was. They were good, though. I mean, now, what's your favorite to grow? Whenever you're preparing for something like this, is there one that you always know is, kind of your easy child of the bunch to get raised up, ready to go?
I mean, basil. Basil is pretty easy to grow, and people love it so much. And then cherry tomatoes, too. It's fun, in the winter to look through the catalog, see all the different color rainbow of cherry tomatoes, and just have fun with it.
How many variations of color do y'all have?
Well, with tomatoes itself, which includes like heirlooms, slicers, and cherries, we grow over 40 different types, 40 different varieties.
How do you separate them?
So I have a good spreadsheet that helps me keep all that, on track. And as I'm seeding and planting out into larger plants or larger pots, I have pot tags, and just keep everything labeled and organized on the flat.
If she can do it with thousands, we can do it with 5. We can we can stay organized here. Well, and as we talk about this, it's good to point out where the 8-acre vegetable farm is located in Chautauqua.
Well, technically Elsah. So
is it?
Yes.
Dang
this
it.
is a good point to bring up.
Okay.
So if you're coming to our plant sale for the first time, the address is 22935 Chautauqua Road in Elsah. If you type that into your GPS, it's going to lead you to the village of Chautauqua, which is a gated community. You can't access our farm through Chautauqua. So come into Elsah, go all the way to the back of town, turn left, and then we're up at the top of the hill of Chautauqua Road and Elsah Road.
That's right. Well, I'm glad I flubbed that one a little bit. That's good.
People get that confused all the time, and GPS doesn't have it straight either.
Isn't that wild? We still haven't gotten that far with GPS. Yes. Hopefully soon. Well, how's the year been? How was last year's sale?
Last year's sale was awesome.
Was it really?
Yes, we really did sell out of virtually every plant over those 2 weekends.
No way.
Yes, yeah, by that Sunday of the second weekend, I still had a nice selection to start the morning.
Yeah.
But by the end of the day, it was just like a smattering of tomato plants, a few hot pepper plants. And that was about it.
Well, and that's got to be an awesome feeling. I mean, that is just incredible.
I'm so grateful for this community that supports our farm in that way and appreciates like some quality and something different.
Well, and we really have a lot of folks that care about this type of lifestyle, you know, and that's what I think is really cool, and really embracing it too.
Yeah.
And embracing a locally owned organic vegetable farm.
Yes, that's right.
Because
family owned.
Family owned too. Yes. And that's a good point, because I'm starting to see more of how I was reading that these conglomerates are starting to pick up on how folks like things organically made and like that kind of local setting. Yes. So they're kind of hedge funding a lot of businesses like car washes. You know, car washes are being owned by hedge funds now?
No.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. There's a whole, it's just insane what's happening. But you know, when you head over to Elsah, that you are supporting a local family that gives back local. Are you guys still at the Tower Grove?
Yes, we still go to the Tower Grove Farmers Market, and our farm stand, which is on site, will open May 9th, I believe. It's that first Thursday, like the full first week in May. And then we're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from May through October. We're hoping for some summer hours too. Well, we'll open Tuesday and Wednesday in addition to that. That wouldn't start till Memorial Day week though.
And what are the hours for those Thursday through Sunday?
So Thursday and Friday is 10 to 7, Saturday is 9 to 2. And then when we get the Tuesday, Wednesday up and running, it'll be 10 to 6.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
And what is going to be on hand throughout this? Is it just dependent upon what's able to be grown?
Definitely seasonal vegetables that we raise on the farm. And we're experienced growers at this point. We really have every veggie that you can think of, which is a great opportunity to try something new. You know, if you just go to the grocery store and you buy like the same 3 vegetables every time, it can be hard to get inspired in the kitchen.
It is.
So do something new, try a new vegetable. We've got lots of recipes to go along with them. And then we also sell other local goods like eggs, pasture-raised meat, honey. We do sourdough breads. Got lots of pantry staples.
Do you guys do organic milk or any of that?
It's not organic, but it is from one of the few local dairies in the area. They're in Greenville, Illinois, and it's called Rolling Lawns.
Really nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a little farmer's market just right there in that store.
Well, and that's real. I didn't realize you guys had that throughout the year. There we go. Now we know what to do in the summer. Well, and as we keep talking about this, the plant sale is this weekend and next weekend.
That's correct.
Just so folks at home know, if you miss this time, you get a repeat in just another 7 days. And what are the hours again? I forgot to ask that.
9 to 4.
9 to 4, both days?
Both days. And we will have our organic vegetables for sale there too. So you can get some veggie plants and you can also get some vegetables.
Do pepperoncinis grow on trees or plant? Or
that's definitely a pepper plant.
Is it really?
Yes.
Do you guys grow those?
No, we don't. We have lots of other hot peppers and also banana peppers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, do they grow from the ground too?
Yes.
My whole mind's
that's just like a classic pepper plant.
My mind is blowing today because I always thought they grew in trees.
No, I don't. I mean, as far as I know, I don't think so.
That's why I host a talk show. That's why I'm not teaching any type of botany class. Well, as we're getting back to this, there's going to be so many things on hand, and let's go through prices and all of that fun stuff. Can you take us through the pricing sheet?
Yeah, so we have plants in sort of 3 different categories. Our 3-inch pot, which is mainly our vegetable starts, and our annual flower starts are $3.55. And then native perennials, which are in the 4-inch pots, are $5.75. And then 4 packs, we do that for like basil, cucumbers, green beans. Those are $4.
Really cool, and that's really affordable.
Yes, it is. It's very reasonable.
That's actually beating the big box store.
Maybe.
I mean, seriously, that's close.
Go and check
that's really close. Because sometimes, I mean, you walk out there out of a corporate store, and you're like, man, where's the refinance line? You know,
I think everybody feels feels that way after they go plant shopping in general. It is a little bit of an investment, but what a great investment, you know?
Well, and you feel
Gardening
good.
is so good for you.
It is, and you can tell when somebody's really outside, and it's just being passionate about something. And you know, and honestly, I got to ask you this: when you guys really started to get into this, you know, when you first started, what I think's really fascinating is when you start to do it the right way, organically, and using native plants and native species. The way that your yard looks and your landscape around it, I mean, it looks beautiful because of all the ecosystem you created.
Exactly. And you'll see such improvements with your soil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and
you'll see a lot more earthworms. The texture of the soil will be better. I mean, every year we plant a little less or just about the same, and our yields are getting higher and higher just because of years and years of taking good care of the soil.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, and that just shows that this is a long haul. This isn't a short-term game, and it takes time. And
it does, yeah.
Now, is there anything you recommend for folks that maybe want to attract pollinators that are going to be at the plant
we have
sale?
so many great native perennials for that. Yes.
Really cool.
I've got different agastacheas, lots of echinaceas. I should mention that my butterfly weed and milkweed did not do well this year. So if you're coming for those plants, you're going to be disappointed. I'm very sorry. But we have so many other great attractors for bees and butterflies in the native perennial section.
Now, do we have snapdragons here? Is that a thing?
That is an annual flower. We do not grow that.
Okay.
Just because it's like an early season flower. When it gets hot, it's going to die.
It's done?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you go to like a local nursery, they would probably have that.
I just always curious about those type of things. And I wanted to talk about, too, the potting soil mix and the fertilizer.
Yes. So we partner with Morgan Composting Company. They're up in Michigan.
Okay.
They supply the potting soil mix that we grow all our starts for the farm itself, and we get all our compost from them and all our soil amendments. So we are using the same product that we're selling to you and have had wonderful results with it. We're going to have bagged compost, bagged potting soil mix, and actual bags of organic fertilizer that you can purchase this year. And for compost, if you bring your own 5-gallon bucket, you can scoop your own compost for $5. Take it home with you.
You can't beat that.
Yes, it's a good deal.
That really is a great deal. And what I think's great, too, is for the folks that are going, I mean, you're knowing that you're using the same soil and the same things that you guys are doing, and having that track record to say, hey, this is vetted and verified, and it's great for you.
Yeah, if you're not having a lot of success in your garden, take a look at your soil. See what you're putting in your containers, do a soil test on your little plot, you know. Because if the plants aren't doing well, that's probably a big part of why it's not succeeding.
Well, and a lot of times I've noticed that we have a big clay problem, it seems like.
Yeah. So if your soil is super heavy clay, you want to add a lot of compost to that to try and just add more air to the soil, more texture. Clay is good because it holds a lot of nutrients, but also holds a lot of water. And so your plants might get waterlogged and they just can't breathe very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now what do you recommend for somebody that maybe has a really big issue with that? You know, kind of clay soil, it's hard to, you get a lot of water sitting there.
Yeah.
Is there a plant that kind of soaks up or can help that aerated process?
No, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Like if this is a backyard garden plot, you might want to add like leaves, leaves from the fall. Just pile on your leaves from the yard in the winter, let them just hang out on top over the winter. They'll break down, they'll kind of add some, nutrients and biomass back into the soil. Doing that for several years will help. It's not going to happen overnight.
Right. That's still really cool. I would have never thought that.
Oh, yeah. Just think about the forest, right? All those leaves come off the trees. The soil in the forest has such a amazing texture. It's really loamy, and that's because all those leaves just break down every winter and add to that soil.
Now, with cicadas coming in this summer, can folks use that for biomass?
You mean the bug?
Yeah. Like whenever it's dead, because you have those piles everywhere. Does that ever help?
Yeah, I'm sure that would break down and,
I just was curious, because it was in one of the news stories this morning about all the dead cicadas that we're going to encounter.
I haven't been following that too much. Maybe I should check into that.
You know what's wild? It was like kind of how we experienced the eclipse. Everyone's like, oh, we're getting these 2 broods and it's going to be over 100 decibels. And then, today they said, well, we're only going to get one of those broods, down in this area.
Right.
So a little bit of a taste of what's to come. But, getting back to the Three Rivers Community Farm, the 9th annual plant sale, whether or not it's this weekend or next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Fridays too?
No, just Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 4.
9 to 4.
Yep.
You can go and really ask some good questions and get them all answered too. And actually, what better way to really learn how to do something than to ask the folks that have done it for quite a long time?
Yeah, and a chance to like meet a local farmer and get to know a farmer. And if the weather's nice, which it looks like it's going to be this weekend, you're totally welcome to walk out into our fields, see how our rows of broccoli and cabbage are doing and our strawberry patch. And you can explore the farm. There's a great area for kids. Definitely bring your kids. We've got a great place where they can hang out and just have a good time while you come and shop.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Now, is there a plant or a vegetable that you don't recommend for somebody with littles that are because of leaves or maybe like some of the hairs on them or some of those fibers?
I would more ask or just know what vegetables your kids are interested in.
Okay.
There's certain vegetables that are more appealing to kids than others, and just focus on growing those. If you don't think your kids are going to eat, radishes, then don't plant radishes. If you think they'll love cucumbers and green beans, just do that. They'll immediately be more interested in the process.
That's really cool. All right, Amy, what's the final push for the 9th annual plant sale?
No, I just want to express our gratitude to the community. We're so excited to see everybody and thankful for your support. And we just look forward to helping you guys have an awesome gardening season.
And we look forward to seeing you all there. I don't know if it'll be this weekend or next, but my mom and I will be down there. I got to get this stuff taken care of. And Amy, it's always so fun to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you.
I learn a lot each time, and I know you guys will too when you head on over to Three Rivers Community Farm, whether it's for the 9th annual plant sale or during the summer months for
that's right.
the really
farm
cool
stand.
farm stand.
Yes.
I want to call it Farmer's Market because that's what it really is.
It is. Yes.
This is really cool. For more information, just head on over to their website, and that is threeriverscommunityfarm.com. That's threeriverscommunityfarm.com. And once you go over to see Amy this weekend or next, just say, hey, I saw you on Riverbender. Get over here.